Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Dan. And today I'm going to be reviewing yet another Western film. Yes, of course, it's a blast from the past. Yes, of course, it's low budget and it's fairly obscured, so obviously. So anyway, the film I'm going to be reviewing is the one titled, yeah, here we go, folks. Yeah, one is from the early 30s, but that's perfectly fine with me because I like old movies. I remember seeing these when I was much younger. Oh yeah, seeing this on the tube a while back. Anyway, as usual, I have to talk about the plot. So let's get into it, shall we? So there is this individual named Captain John of the United States Cavalry that discovers Deadly Seraph and these four companions in the act of attacking a group of Indians. Through a rush, John proves that their accusation that the Indians were had something to do with the horses or whatever was merely just an excuse to steal the gold that the Indians were transporting to a different place. So, of course, there's a bit of conflict going on here. While, yes, everybody has the right to defend themselves, to defend the land, sure. Well, you can't just go out and bother groups of people, especially if you just want to steal shit from folks. Like, what the hell? What an asshole. But anyway, of course, the main character wants to step in and do the right thing because that's what uh, good people do. Want to help others and whatnot in the time of need, of course. So, yeah, all the elements are there, of course. Gotta have a sense of adventure, shooting and whatnot, of course. Gotta do the right thing, obviously. Make sure that things are done properly, of course. But yeah, that's what you get when it comes to these kinds of movies, of course. So it makes me wonder, like, should anybody be forgiven, even though the past actions are bad? Well, unless you're a Jehovah's Witness, so what they did can never be forgiven. Oh, boy. Yeah, going there was not a good idea. Hooey. Yeah, these are weird people. Anyway, like I was saying, yeah, it's all a thing about what makes a hero a hero. I gotta help people out, do the right thing, of course, and just do what's considered to be a very nice thing to do and help people out. Oh, yeah, we do need drama for the story because, yeah, there's a bit of a conflict, obviously. But anyway, yeah, like I was saying, the main character, this Captain John individual, yeah, yeah, he caught these four henchmen in the act of attacking his father and two other Indians. The men accused the Indians of stealing the horses, but our main character does find a way to prove that this is false. He knows that the four men were actually planning on stealing the gold that the Indians were taking to this area. So, yikes. Of course, justice needs to be brought and take care of these individuals. So, I would say gotta have some sort of a sense of drama, conflict, because if there's no drama, then there's no conflict, and if there's no conflict, and then there's no story, and if there's no story, and then there's no reason for me to care. So there's that. As far as acting is concerned, everybody does actually do a pretty good job for the most part. Then I would say that I really have no complaints in that department, really. They did their best with the material in which they were given for this film, so the actresses and actors did a solid job, as I was saying. No complaints from me in that regard. I would say give this one a watch if you haven't already. Yeah, that's despite the fact that the presentation of the story is a little choppy. Some of the story bits in here does feel a little uneven in some places, really. But in the grand scheme of things, I can't really complain, really, because I did think that this was a pretty solid movie. Obviously, they didn't have that much of a budget for this movie, like at all. And as a result, they had to work with what they had here, obviously. So, what can they do, really? So the props, the scenery was actually really well done as a whole. I would definitely say that. I would definitely say that in that regard, they did the best they could in the presentation. At least, even if it's somewhat flawed, and I guess you can say, sure, whatever. But at the end of the day, I enjoyed this one. I do recall this one. I seen like a while back. I thought this I would rewatch it and then just review it. And it's on my to-do list anyway. I know technically, yes, like I said quite a few times, this is technically a notebook, which yes, I'm aware of, but I'm calling it a to-do list anyway because I have quite a bit of stuff to talk about. But yeah, definitely, folks. Oh yeah, scratch it off. There you go. Anyway, but yeah, I would say that this was a pretty good one. I would recommend it if you want to watch some old school Western stuff. That's for sure. Oh yeah, I didn't hate it. I thought this was not a regrettable experience whatsoever. This was definitely a pleasant surprise as a whole. Oh yeah, I did like what they were trying to do. At the end of the day, I did like what they were trying to achieve. I guess you can say in terms of story and characters and whatnot. So that's definitely a good thing there. I don't know. Like I was saying, it's definitely a recommendation because if you like westerns and you haven't seen a lot of the old stuff and you want to get into the old stuff, I'll say definitely give this a shot. And if you're already a fan of the old western films and for whatever reason you haven't seen this one as of yet, I would say definitely check this one out. So there's that. Anyway, but altogether, I would say I thought this was a pleasant experience with the movies, with these types of movies. I like this one as well. So I'll give this one an overall rating. Yeah, I do miss these types of movies. They don't make them like they used to, unfortunately, but such is life, I guess. Well, anyway, I'll give this film an overall rating of a 6.8 out of 10. It gets a 6.8 out of 10 from me. So as always, thanks for watching and take care. Until next time, see ya. Oh yeah, later.